Okay, so every week we review a classic album, and this week with all the conversation around SZA doing that crazy tour, dropping her new deluxe album, we wanted to revisit her first certified classic, I think, Control.
Yeah.
Probably the album that made her the superstar that she is today. Some of her best work is on here. Revisiting this is easy because I think this is an album that's always in rotation. Like I never really am not playing this because it's just so easy. It's a mix of quality music and stuff that plays good in every situation. Yeah, she's the female Drake, and I think that this is a great example of it. So honest.
Don't call her the female Drake.
No.
Yo, why are you hard for Drake right now?
Yeah, what is that?
I'm not. I think that why people like Drake is why people like SZA in a very similar way.
No.
Why? Vulnerability, honesty, kind of being wrong and like petty, but like it's okay because they're honest, like self-aware enough to say that shit.
All right.
That's a very common comparison.
You made
also.
that sound good. Who makes that comparison? Why
That's a comparison I've seen.
Drake right in there.
I think that's just a normal thing. Y'all do too
more
much.
Like he slid right in Drake.
That's what I'm saying.
You feel me?
Niggas do too much, bro.
Slurp.
Say something about the album, then, nigga. Yeah.
Control by SZA.
Niggas don't have nothing to say.
No, I got some shit to
You
say.
don't even like SZA.
I love SZA and I loved revisiting this album. Because to be honest, I've been listening to obviously a lot of SOS since it's come out. And we've had a lot of discussions about Control versus SOS. But going back, I think she captured such a cohesive feel and message across this body to me that makes this a way stronger project. And I think that's something that I took away from this listen back. Like SOS is still like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. But to me, Control is without a doubt still the crown jewel in her discography to me after revisiting them both.
It's just such like a bridge in the middle between the mixtape and SOS, you know, because I feel like SOS is really big and just like SZA comes from like that earthy girl, artsy girl kind of background. If you listen to like Z and her earlier work, and that's very, very prominent in even like the production of this album and just the whole vibe. Obviously, like the cover art, even. And then I feel like just on SOS, it was just like superstar, really big beats, you know, crazy shit.
Yeah.
How you feel about the album, Sam?
I mean, similar to like revisiting, you know, Trilogy by The Weeknd. You know, I kind of feel the same way about this just because, I don't know, when this came out, I don't feel like I was really in touch with the emotion she was trying to talk about. You know what I mean? Especially from, I guess, a woman's perspective too. I didn't really get it. And I think now it's interesting to me because songs like Supermodel, Broken Clocks, even like The Weeknd, like I think the concepts and the ideas she's talking about make more sense to me now.
Yeah.
And resonate more with me now. They're actually very like, for somebody, because SZA seems a little bit like, my impression of her is like a little bit messy and like a little bit like doesn't have her life together. But she's able to articulate her feelings in such a mature and colorful way.
Because I wouldn't even go that far. Messy, yeah. But I think that like the thing with her is that she's just very, very honest. And I think that she's exactly what like, she's in her 20s at that point. And she's figuring herself out, figuring out all this fame and stuff that she's juggling, money for the first time, relationships, where does she want to go in terms of like career? Do I even want to do this and be so front facing? Because I think that that's a thing that she struggled with. Like, I think she just experiences a lot of very real and raw human emotions and bears her soul every time on a track. And like, she's like, yo, here are my flaws. Here are the situations where I'm not perfect and I'm not even valuing myself as much as I should, but I was swept off my feet. And her pen is unmatched. And I think that's what this album did. I think that people were always like, oh, SZA's cold before this, but I don't think people put respect on SZA as a writer. This is some of the best R&B writing and progressive R&B writing that we've heard. Like, this is a certified classic in the genre. And I mean, overall to me, but if we're talking R&B specifically, it really, really set the tone for modern R&B and the standard for what we need to be doing.
I was going to say that
talked
too.
about as great.
Yeah, this is the gold standard for progressive R&B and what R&B has turned into in our lifetime.
Yeah,
I think I don't think there's anything, a man or a woman, that has done this better. This style of R&B, you know, 2010 post 2010. I don't have a better R&B album.
Yeah, I think that it's different. And I don't want to take any shot away from it. I mean, we're chatting, so we might as well.
Who are you gonna?
We might as well chat.
Who are you gonna?
I think that the Over It Summer Walker album is approaching this level. I think Control is better.
Cap.
But I think when we talk about R&B albums, I think the difference is I think that SZA does cater more to us. Where I think Summer is very outwardly, unapologetically, this is an album for women and from a woman's perspective completely. Whereas like I think SZA is more, these are people problems and issues and just human being things. You know, so I think that kind of knocks Summer a little bit, but I do think that those two in terms of modern day R&B are kind of like the standard, along with like I'd put a Trap Soul up there. I'd put The Weeknd's trilogy and stuff up there. But yeah, that's just an R&B conversation.
I mean, to me, if we're doing the R&B conversation, maybe that's another good topic, but I put like Daniel Caesar, Freudian up there.
But if you're going to do, no, because then rather than put Freudian there, I'd put Channel Orange.
Oh, but that's not
That's an R&B album. That's a progressive R&B album. That Spencer, that is a progressive R&B album for sure. I'm so sorry. That is the
yeah. It probably is.
Let's not do that because then from Channel Orange that bursts Ego, Death, and Freudian.
Y'all are gonna be mad at me. Y'all are gonna be really mad at me. And I'm not even saying I like this album more than the other albums you're talking about.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about progressive R&B albums in the 2010s, you do have to put Trap Soul in there.
I said Trap Soul.
Did you?
Yes. Niggas, that was literally, I said this is Summer Walker, SZA, and Trap Soul. That shit is
I'm not putting Trap Soul on that same level.
You have to. You have to.
I don't have to.
That was, no, Spencer.
I can do whatever I want.
Spencer, and we'll give this, guys, we're going to get back to Control. 1 minute. Spencer, that was a moment. That was a moment in culture.
Yeah, I know.
People
I was there.
were dressing like Bryson Tiller.
I seen it. I slapped it. I liked it.
He had like 3 chart-topping songs.
Yeah,
that's a moment.
And I just got Keys for the first time.
That whole album is great. Like, there's not a bad song on that.
Yeah, Trap Soul's fire.
So but you got to put respect on it as like that's a transformative album
to me. Yeah, it's like tier 2. Progressive R&B, which is incredible. Because tier 1 for me, there's 4 albums there. So
but that's of that quality, bro. Because people are making music to try to do that.
Of Channel Orange, of Freudian, of Control.
No. Freudian is not there. You can't put Freudian there.
Yes, it is.
Because you have to count being influential. That's what I'm talking about.
Why do you have to count that?
I'm talking about albums that influence the modern day landscape of R&B.
Okay, I'm just talking about the best.
Yeah.
So we can be different there.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the highest quality.
Trap Soul is up there, bro.
Yeah, it's like literally the second tier, which is such a high tier.
We're gonna talk about Control.
That's like top 5.
Spencer.
Second tier is great.
Spencer. That's disrespectful as fuck. That's just wrong. That's dead wrong. I'm so sorry.
Wrong as fuck. You're not the fucking.
I'm so sorry.
You don't make the rules. You're not the rule maker of R&B.
You tried to say Channel Orange wasn't even R&B, bro.
Head doesn't mean you get to tell me what's right and wrong about R&B.
You can't talk about it because you said that Channel Orange isn't progressive R&B. That was how we started this.
I thought about it.
You new to this, bro.
I thought about it. No, I'm not new to this.
Listen to Led Zeppelin, gang. I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
I don't know how we got here.
Control by SZA. What's you guys' favorite song off the project?
That's so hard. Because to me, something that makes this so great is like you could pick any song and it's like obviously Control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the main difference between this and SOS to me. SOS, there's so many different flavors and different like styles. Anything on there, you press it in the first 2 seconds. Even if you didn't know the song, you knew it was from Control. Even before I was like super tapped in with all the music, I heard one of these songs I might not know the name of. I'm like, oh, but it's on Control. It's such a distinct sound. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I think I could. I feel you. I agree.
And I think my favorite song. That's really hard.
And so this guy is just chatting. And you think on it, Broken Clocks for me. That's gonna be number 1 for me. I think that's the first song. Like when I just got my car too, I sang my heart out to that song. Shout out the homie Neve, because that's crazy. Like 2 dudes sitting in the car singing, but Broken Clocks, bro. I swear, like that shit is really like, I don't know. It's an anthem. Writing again, crazy on that. I love that one. That's always one of my favorites. Is that yours too?
I was gonna say Broken Clocks or Supermodel.
Supermodel is one that actually and my next question was going to be what was your favorite after re-listen. That's one that I've gained more appreciation for on re-listen. Not my favorite, but I like that song a lot.
Yeah, it's funny how this whole album is really just about being like a side piece.
That and like it's like your self-worth. It's like, damn, like why am I doing this? You know, it's like looking at myself like who, but like embracing it. Or not embracing it, but like more so just being honest about it. Like I did these, it feels like someone who got out of that situation recently and is now explaining what they were just doing now that they've gotten more clarity and left that situation.
I think historically, Love Galore was probably my favorite, or Go Gina.
Yeah.
I really love
love Go Gina.
the instrumental of Go Gina. And then I think in the past like 4 or 5 years, I guess that's basically since it's been out. No, in the past 4 years, I think 20 something, that's been one that is just like, it hits really hard and it's super relatable being 20 something, you know?
Yeah.
That's the one that I scream in my car without anyone else.
Now, the one that over the last probably like year that I've fallen in love with and that maybe I sing a little quieter is Normal Girl.
Yeah.
That shit is insane from a production standpoint.
Normal Girl is incredible.
Oh my God. The way that like the production comes in on her, on the chorus of that song is so epic. It sounds great in the car again. You got to play that at loud volumes. I have to play SZA's music at really, really loud volumes.
Yeah.
All of her slaps. That's the bag that I love from her. I really do love the just very big produced out songs. But on this, it makes me fall in love with the more stripped back, calm stuff like a Go Gina or even like wavy interlude with James Fauntleroy. It's crazy. Did we say everything we had to say about SZA?
I got one more thing to say to SZA.
What you got to say to SZA?
Mwah.